What's up, collective? It's your girl, Honey the Shaman here, and I have a reading for you. But before we start, I was living a life of sin, and then the divine stepped on in, and now I feel saved. Okay. Let's just see here what comes out. We're gonna start with the tarot. I don't feel called to start with anything else. I think the tarot is our best friend at this very moment here. Let's see. I'm also seeing the song Running. So about somebody running or trying to get away with something. Ooh, this card right here is screaming at me, child. What is it saying here? Ooh, so we have running and then somebody trying to protect themselves. I don't know. That's very on course. So let me pull out 5 cards just so I can already start with a general. So far, all the first 3 cards came out. They were all in the stagnant energy. Awesome here. So the first card that we have is the 6 of Cups, stagnant to the devil, stagnant. Somebody came into your life with the intention of literally bringing you bad karma or putting you on like a bad path. That was their intentions here. This is giving boy with the striped pajamas. I don't know if you guys can even see the stripes. This is somebody who could have been seen as like an ally, somebody that could have appeared to be someone who can get you to the other side or help you out in some sort of way. For some of you guys, this is like a family member. It could have been like an aunt for some of you who was going to try to help give you a leg up. For some of you, this is like past tense when you were a child. Let's say you had a falling out with a parent and that parent put you out and you went to this aunt house and they were like on your side. Ooh, yeah. They were like on your side trying to help you. This person was never on your side. They were also a bad seed here. Others of you, could have been a lover's, could have been far more recent. You have to figure out where it fits in your story. But their intention was to stagnate you on a karmic path here with the devil card stagnated. The reason why this relationship fell apart and why you guys didn't stay together is because God saw this person's intentions here. And God stagnated this situation. Whether you guys had a falling out, you were just called to move away, another opportunity opened up. You got away from this person. He ended this connection abruptly too. Something could have happened very quickly where you just kind of just moved out. You kind of just got away from this person. And it's like the relationship between the two of you dwindled. It dwindled because this person was, they were an op, they were an enemy, they weren't your friend. They weren't there for you the way that they were posing themselves to be. Let me just move something out of the way here. Ooh. My remote control is like under my comforter. All right. So that's what was going on. God removed this person from you, even if, and it feels like you really did care about whoever this person is. God removed this person from your life because they were untrustworthy. They had been tainted and they had came into agreement with something less than to put you into a jacked up situation here. For some of you, there's another person here who was targeting you way before you came into this person's life, who approached them with something. This taller person with this purple shirt is standing out here, and they got on board. God saw this, and God was angry. See, this is like, you ever see like the cartoons when the smoke is coming from the ears? It infuriated God because God brung you to them to protect you here. See, and you left this situation. You could have moved away from these people. You could have left the town. You could have, some of you guys could have went into Job Corps. Some of you guys, yeah, see, forward movement. You left here. And it took a lot of strength for you to walk away from this person. You may not understand why things have never like really seemed like okay with this person since this situation has ended. You may not fully understand why it feels like you guys never reconnected, or some of you guys may even feel guilt for separating from this person when it seems like they were trying to help you here. But it's what you didn't see that God did see. That's the reason why things haven't been able to get back on board here. So underneath that, you know, the 2 of Cups card, we see God saw what happened and how this person agreed to help whomever was the main person targeting you. We have deception here. This person was deceived in some sort of way here. I don't know if they know at this point. Maybe they do know something about their butt on these pink pants that's sticking out to me, a back pocket. Somebody was backdoored. This person, when they made this agreement with this other person had hidden terms and conditions. So we got to be careful with making a deal with darkness, making a deal with the devil, right? Evil people. They thought that something about they actually wanted you to go out on your own here, so that you could be an easier target, but they didn't realize what you took with you when you left here, some form of stability. You needed all cups for this to stay stable. This was like a wall. God was putting in place a certain protection for you all. Like this person needed to be protected, or they had something to be protected, or if they had children, their own children needed to be protected. And when they put you out, it's like they gave this person this cup. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? It's like this cup. When you left, you had to take this cup with you, but this cup was the last piece they needed to make sure that they and everybody who was on their side of the wall, if this like analogy is making sense to you guys, if it's not, then you had to take it with you because you needed to be protected, but they were supposed to take you in and protect you. Say no. They didn't say no here. This analogy that's coming out on this card is like they gave the devil their protection. This is the reason their whole ish, that's the word I'm hearing. I'm hearing ish show. Their whole ish got tore up, or the people who they had in their family, or people behind their doors, the people in their household, their family, them. This is why they got targeted. This is why they were able to be hit, because you were the last piece. It's like imagine building a dungeon in like in a zombie apocalypse, like, right? And you need like a castle door and it's missing a big block, and another person comes in and you don't realize that in their book bag they have the last pieces to like this door, and you don't know that they have it, and you send them away because darkness told you they were coming, or darkness approached you about kicking them out, and they left with that piece, and you think you good and you're going to try to defend yourself and protect what's in your household. And you just let the last piece to this door that would have protected you, you let it go because you chose to see how the devil would protect you over God. It's like both of them came to this person and they chose the devil's hand. This is what happened in this situation here. They were deceived. They were deceived out of this cup because they couldn't see it clearly. So if you notice that certain things have happened in this person's life where it looks like they have been hit with some very bad karma, or something is going on here. It was this agreement that they made to turn on you, which really was it was a disguised question by darkness to ask them, like, now I feel like I'm having word vomit. It was a disguised question by darkness by asking, like, will you let me in? Like, see, I'm getting like vampires. Like, first you have to invite me in. Like, they invited this darkness into their home. All they had to do was protect you. It may not have been easy, but it would have been far easier than whatever they're living in right now, because they opened their whole household up to something dark by turning on you. And I'm just seeing God watching this person. But the thing is, what I'm looking at is God's eyes watching the person who made the deal. So even the person who made the deal, they're not running through this earth scot-free here. Targeting you was not the way to go. Trying to play the devil in the planet, not the way to go. You see these same stars coming out of the devil's head? Same stars coming out of God's head. This person is being led to I heard like lambs to the slaughter. This person is being led down a real crazy path. I'm sorry, y'all. And then it's like, if this person was putting you out there because they were scared, God may have been more protective of this person if they would have at least told you what was waiting for you out there. It's like they pushed you into the world knowing you were targeted, and they didn't say anything because they thought they were going to be safe. God didn't apply any protection in this situation. I'm getting the only protection that God applied is the fact that, nobody is like, they didn't lose their, They didn't transition. You understand? That's the protection God put in place. But whatever went crazy in their household, it's like you were so vindictive, because it's like not only did you put this person out knowing what was outside waiting for them, you didn't even tell them. Because I'm getting that God also put it on this person's heart to tell you what to look out for. Give you advice so that you can at least survive on your own. They were like, no, you're gone. They were like, if darkness says they will leave me and my family alone, sink or swim. So God was like, okay, now sink or swim. You think you know the devil and that the devil's going to uphold their contract? This is why this person's life is in such turmoil. Because this devil energy tried to make it seem like their hands were clean in some sort of way. This person didn't appear to be as vicious as they were. They are coming out as the devil card, but they're showing up. And you said, remember, we just talked about those same stars coming from God's head. And then we have this hand. It's looking like it's clean. So this person didn't appear to be as dark as they were. This is a trickster spirit, right? In human form in some sort of way here. Look how hard they came after you with the Strength card and the Knight of Wands, though. And then this, on top of it, this person themselves were dishonest to you too. So not only did they leave you out to fight against something when you didn't even have the means to fully protect yourself from how big this was, not only did they not tell you something was after you, they also played a part in the deception here. They also played a part. So this is why this person's life is so messed up. A new cycle is here. It's either that it's a new cycle is here, or it hit one of their children, or their children in general, or they're going to be learning a lesson about protecting the youth in their family, protecting their loved ones. Something like that is also here. Maybe their relationship with their children broke apart, because that's going on right underneath the Lovers in the reverse here. Something involving their children is coming through here. And something about a sports sneaker. This sneaker right here. Something about shoes is coming out. I don't know what that's about. That's a sneaker. Somebody thought that what they were... So this person knew that somebody was planning on doing some form of like a white-collared crime against you. And they thought because it was white-collared and so controlled that these people would get away with it. That's why they didn't think twice about working with these people. What they did to you was extremely imbalanced. That's what's coming through. Their own mental health is kind of tolling in some sort of way, because they're having a hard time living with what they've done to you, right? They're having a hard time, living with what they've done to you. You were deceived by family. So there's more than one person in this family that agreed to help with deceiving you. They agreed to work with this dark thing, because at the time it was presented to them as if it would be just a target on you. It wasn't even anything, I don't even think, discussed about protecting their own children. It was just about targeting you. Some of you guys could have been very young when this happened, right? This person was supposed to take you in as like a child, like as like their own. More than one family member is involved here. See, the whole 10 of Cups in the reverse came out. You shouldn't trust none of this family, right? That's what's coming out here. On this deception card, we have held back the Chariot. They also didn't try to go get help. They knew somebody was coming after you. Nobody even tried to call a detective. Nobody tried to... They didn't do anything to help you when they thought you were the only one that was going to suffer from this attack. They stayed quiet. They all came together to deceive you. They were like, if they were too afraid to stand in the fire with you, right? Was it I always get their names mixed up. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. If they were too afraid to stand in the fire with you, why didn't you go reach out to detectives? Right? They didn't do anything. You were the only person that was going to suffer. And they were I'm talking about stone-hearted here. God has that same level of stone-heartedness when it comes to them right now. Too bad, so sad. You don't care about this person? Well, don't ask me to care about you. It is not that he doesn't love them. He keeps showing me this card, that he protected their life. They have no idea how in danger they were by the person that they agreed to work with. At least he wrote that they could keep their life, because they were ready and willing to let you lose yours here. For some of you, it's that serious. For some of you, it's suffering some form of an ending here. And it's so crazy. I did a reading last night about there being an ending that had to stop. That had to be stopped by God because of how vicious and malicious it was. Yeah, so there was a major attack when it comes to whoever this collective person is. Yeah, they were attacked a lot. And whoever this, like we said, this aunt figure or this lover or whoever this main person is you went to for covering, I want you to see which person is popping out to me. This one, way in the back, but reaching a stick way over here to beat on this one person that's held up against the wall. They attacked you too. They didn't just stand by and let something happen to you. They attacked you on top of that. That's what's coming through here as well. There were so many different people, so many different obstacles, so many different levels to this attack. This person that's back here getting attacked don't have a shirt on, don't have his shoes on, nothing. Hands up against the wall. All these people are with sticks. This is so sad. But there's one person coming through here that tried to defend you here. So you weren't alone. But as you can see, this person is looking up to God, and they also have glasses on, so they may not have been able to see, but somebody stepped in to help you. You weren't fully just left alone. You had some help somewhere. But this aunt, this lover, whoever this person was, way in the back, reaching a stick just to hit you. Don't trust this person. They're dirty. And they were ready to send you on your way. This white flower down here is sticking out to me. Can't trust these people. So we have the King of Pentacles stagnant here. Whoever this devil energy they worked with didn't even pay them. Something could have been done for money. They're not going to pay them for the work that they did. And what are they going to do? They're going to go to court and try to tell the judge that they didn't get paid for attacking you? Now they want to reach out for help because they're being mistreated? You think God's going to let that go in their favor? Oh. Why didn't they step in to try to protect your life? This wasn't like somebody was just trying to beat you up. This could have been life or death. This could have been something that would have put you on the street. This could have been something that could have harmed one of your... You understand this is severe. When it was you who would have suffered something so horrific, why did they not try to spring into action then? But now that they're suffering, they think about what to do. And God, and this fell on top of this card. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. I'm feeling furious. That's how I know they have like the fury of God on them. Like God is so furious with this person here. And they also got somebody else around them. You see how this person is like looking back to hear this person? They had a middleman even above them to attack you. They got people involved to help attack you with them. They did this. They got people to help. This was completely unfair. What's happened to you is not fair. It's ridiculous here. But you didn't even fall into the trap. So you made it. I'm seeing that game where there's like that circle on the ground floating around the city, and the more it eats, the bigger the circle becomes. It just sucked up all of these people who helped. It sucked all of them up. You didn't even fall into the trap. So was it really for you, or was it to get them? But that's why God sometimes won't let you know everything. This is the energy of the weighing of the heart. All you had to have was a good heart, and to do right and wrong, know right from wrong, and do right. Follow your heart, do the right thing, and this wouldn't have happened. I'm literally feeling sadness. Like God is angry, he's sad. You're the Queen of Pentacles energy, whether masculine or feminine. For some of you, this is representing the fact that they were jealous of you because of what you have, how you looked, what you could become in life. For others of you, it was for what you have, to take something from you. Some of these people were jealous of you because you were seen as like the apple of the eye. People adored you. You're sought after. You're beautiful. You're the pretty one. And this person is so jealous of you that their jealousy was so important that they wouldn't even care to save your life. That's how, as I say, you be careful with envy. Envy is one of the most dangerous things to exist in a man next to you. A person. Now they're resentful toward you. Or they were resentful toward you because you were so beautiful. Or because you seemed like you were like attractive here. They could have this 10 of Cups and the Reverse painted a picture of you to this family to make it seem like you were an outlaw. Make it seem like you were living an illegal lifestyle. So this person gossiped about you. It helped turn an environment against you here. Because of how jealous they were of how other people saw you on this pedestal. This is somebody who used to watch the way people watched you. They used to watch the way people talked about you. They watched the way people admired your handsomeness or your beauty. Some of you guys are just funny. You're charismatic. You walk into a room and you light the room up, and people, you know how to work a crowd, or like, even if you're the silent type, you still draw a lot of attention. They watched this and was jealous. Shit. That was a big sneeze. They watched you, and this really triggered this person here. Because you always seem to get everything you wanted. You had everything that they wanted. Something like that here. This is very childish. Something that you didn't deserve to lose your life over, or something that shouldn't have made somebody that could have been a family member or a lover of yours leave you for dead, right? Wow. For some of you guys, this is about the lovers you attracted. Whether you attracted people who treated you better than their partner did, or whether it was because a lot of people wanted to be a suitor to you. A lot of people liked you. A lot of people were attracted to you. They saw the attention that you got. For some of this is literally about the gender that you're attracted to, how they liked you and didn't like this person. Jealous of it. They started to view you through, like, if you're, like, I'm a woman, right? Let's say this is a feminine energy. This feminine started to view me through the male gaze. And it triggered them because they were trying to seek that same level of gaze within themselves, and they didn't get it. And it made them feel less than and very jealous. Something about a necklace or something like this. Somebody could wear a necklace. Or next time you see this person, they may have on a necklace. Or this could just be that energy of like you coming off very like classy, daunted. You know, like they saw you like this. Like this person, and it was in their head here. You didn't even do anything. This was in this person's head. And they felt like you were going to be able to marry somebody with more than their partner had. Or like if they're single, you were going to be the one who got married, or they just felt somebody was going to marry you, somebody wealthy. They literally let their envy drive them to a dark place. For some of you, this person has everything. They should be happy with where they are. And this is what helped trigger them to come after you. And this person attacks you in more than one way too here with all of those wands. 8 of Wands. They keep coming out in Wands energy towards you, an attacker. They had a masculine energy in the Wand, so it could be another family member furious with you. They got somebody else to be angry with you, and they got this other person to get on board with the person who approached them. They're the one who introduced these two people. I'm hearing snake activity, snake behavior. This was somebody else who was destined to protect you. God put you around this person. This could be a family unit. Because remember we had the 10 of Cups come out in the reverse. Just look back in the past and you'll be able to see just how much like certain things would make sense. Like, oh, that's why they did that. This is why that happened. That's why they were treating me this way. This is why this is real covert too. I don't even know if you would be able to like even pick up on it if you didn't have certain knowledge. Somebody's married as well. Now 4 wands are sticking out to me. They wanted to take something from you here. Yep. They wanted to take something from you here. And they wanted it to hurt you. Simply because they thought you were better than them. And I was just about to say, this person has to live with what they've done. And then what do we have come out of here? The 2 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Very overburdened by the choices that they made and the things that they've done. This person has a lot of burdens. They have a hard time living with themselves. They're living with a guilty conscience here. There's certain actions that they're doing that's making them look guilty as well. They really wanted to sabotage your chances at getting married. And it also could have sabotaged a relationship of yours in the past so that you wouldn't be able to get married. Wow. Somebody wanted to marry you in the past here, and they sabotaged it. Wow. 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 This was the wrong choice. They have no idea the repercussions to that. Because this is somebody who really loved you. This is somebody who really loved you. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Look, the Emperor. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is somebody who had a divine contract to be able to be your husband. And this person made it so that this person didn't want you anymore. Because they were jealous of you. Wow. Very imbalanced when it came to you. Very imbalanced. This is crazy. This is crazy. They have a lot to fix when it comes to you. Look at this rainbow, their own rainbow. Look what they did to their own rainbow. Especially if this person is married or wanted to get married. This is crazy. Wow. So we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse here. This could be about some sort of relationship turmoil. Yeah. Oh my God. Because they did something to destroy this relationship with this person that could have married you. This is crazy. Their own marriage or relationship is in the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. They lost their own divine blessing to be married. Doesn't mean that they're divorced. Doesn't mean something, but they destroyed themselves here because of what they kept from you. They wanted to take everything from you. Jealous of everything about you. I'm hearing Anita. What is that song even about? I don't even know. They betrayed you. Accept this. Know that they did it. Accept you and know that they did it. Your intuition didn't fully pick up on this person and how much of an enemy they were to you. Because like I said, you seem like you love this person. You look like you love me. But they went after you, and this fell in the direction of this Four of Pentacles, to take everything from you. They wanted to inherit your divine blessing. They wanted everything God gave to you to be for them, or if it couldn't be for them, you don't deserve it either. This person is such a big op. I want to know, what should the collective do with this person moving forward? Continue to be love. So God is saying, I got it. I got it. Be smart, but continue to be love and keep your heart open. This husband, why is this husband screaming at me? This emperor, why he yelling at me for? What's going on with this energy? Because you're still the person he would want to marry. Holy crap. Holy crap. What? Oh my gosh. And what's sticking out to me is this thing back here. It looks to me like a church hall. Still wants to marry you. Still would want to be with you. They sabotaged this. This is crazy. Also, you couldn't get married. They could have cheated in the past here. They could have cheated in the past here. Which is what gave them such bad karma when it came to you. Or the relationship was rocky. This doesn't mean this is who you're supposed to be with at this point, by the way. Some of you guys, maybe God gonna spin the block. For others of you guys, they lost this, okay? They got to be able to pass these tests that make them choose you and you only, okay? And if they don't choose you, they lose you, okay? Oh, God. Anyways, let me kind of click back in because this is crazy. Anyways, they got really bad karma when it came to love because they chose to cheat on you. Because they saw you for who you were. But they let the haters get in their ears. They saw you beautiful. They thought you were so handsome, so beautiful. They felt it. The stars was aligning. They felt it. This person is so bitter at this point for losing you. They're so bitter at this point. And they're sad about it. They're not just bitter. They're sad here. You see his shirt? They are sad. And that person who approached this lover, this aunt, which is making me think it's not a lover, it's a family member, also got a hold of this person. There's remnants of that here too, but I'm not going to point out what's making me see that that person was also in the mix of sabotaging that connection. Whew. I don't know if somebody's trying to do some root work or what, because geez Louise. King of Swords. God is saying this person knew better. For some of you guys, there's another X here. Whoever this person is that's coming up as a devil energy orchestrated this X, orchestrated another X, like the person who was after this emperor, the person who could have been your husband or your wife. The person who came in after them, the devil card person, wanted you to be with that person. They were orchestrating something here. They could have sent that aunt or whatever it is to mess that relationship on purpose because they wanted you to have gotten with a certain type of energy. Tower, to cause a tower in your life. Or this truth is going to be such a tower for somebody when they figure this out, or they get understanding of this. To destroy you in love. So if you had a toxic relationship after that, this person was a plant to destroy you in love, to make you toxic, to make you susceptible to like abuse, to make you susceptible to being cheated on, to make you be more susceptible to be used for money, or you know, whatever is here. The Sun card in the reverse, negativity. Yeah, they wanted to destroy your inner child's desire to be loved and in a happy relationship and like a marriage and something like that. They wanted to turn this energy upside down so that you couldn't attract it. Probably so that this devil energy could become aligned with you. They use the middleman. Wow. The reason this husband person could have cheated. Oh, wow. The reason this husband person could have cheated is because they sent another person toward that husband energy. Whoever this devil energy is has been plotting on you since you were younger. And orchestrating things from behind the scenes. I don't know why I'm picking up on something to do with this thigh boot. Somebody could be into both genders. That's coming out. Or they were trying to target you with lovers who like both genders. The freak. This is giving handler, big handler. This is a very reckless energy here, a very reckless thing to have done. Why? Because you're in complete alignment with the victory. So they touched a divine plan. They didn't touch a regular situation. They touched something that God had spoke on. And then they tried to step into a situation and show God they wanted something different. You don't think no repercussions gonna come from that, boo? You think you as a person big enough to go against God? Ooh, child. You gotta be careful of these people. And God defended you and protected you. Got you away from everybody. And then put you on a journey to become wise about the attacks that were being sent toward you. Wow. It's a lot going on. That was a lot going on behind the scenes. And I'm actually being called towards my oogity boogity deck. Yep, and nothing else came out here. So let's go to this deck over here. My oogity boogity deck. So now we talking about, oh my gosh. Now I take the cards out the judgment. You like my nails? Ain't they cute? Okay, sorry. What? Why was that symbolic for me to show in that very moment? You're a well-kept person. You take good care of yourself. Your hands are clean. Your hands are clean. You're not in alignment with this person. in any way, shape, or form, even though they tried to force it to happen. What if it's the other way around? Oh, sugar. All right. Let's just kind of, and somebody wanted you to be, they thought that you were just beauty here with the Queen of Wands, but now you're beauty and brains. They got a problem on their hands, baby. They got a problem on their hands. Look, they want you to be a pumpkin head. See the bottom of that deck? I don't even think you can see it. Right here it says pumpkin head at the bottom. They want you to be a pumpkin head. I'm hearing, you like my, what she said? You like my braids? It turn you on? You want to see it when I put it in a... Somebody wanted you to be a actual deviant as well. I'm getting that this person is into like some sort of actual deviancy. And this is somebody who was trying to orchestrate the events around your life to get you on a certain path where they could align with them being like in alignment with being with you. This is somebody, like if you're a starseed, if you're like a divine being, right? This person knew that. So before they wanted to emerge in your life, they were orchestrating events, people, places, friends. This is definitely giving targeted individual handler type energy. Orchestrated. Now I'm feeling like this. I'm gonna talk. I already know you ain't shutting me up. You better go somewhere else. You already know how to play that. Anyways, they were orchestrating events. They were orchestrating events to manufacture your timeline to get you to become a specific type of person where they could be in alignment with being with you. It's exactly what they were doing. I'm sorry, they done made me mad. I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't play that, and I don't play that. There's a couple things in this world I play, but that ain't one of them. Okay. Ooh, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, but they've been blocked. This type of love ain't on your timeline. This evil, this is like toxic masculinity. You see him? See him? You're not in alignment with that. You're a good person. What would ever make them think? All right. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is why they wanted you hurt and in a low vibration as well with the Queen of Cups energy in the reverse here. To make you more susceptible and also to be able to attach. And then because this person knows how low they are energetically, they also wanted to have you with like a wound. Somebody hurt you or a bunch of people hurt you to a point where they also wanted to hurt you to a point where you had a wound big enough to put an entity attachment to you to lower you even more so that they could get a chance with you here. Four of Wands. But your divinity is stable. It's not going nowhere. And then you also have all of these divine beings around you, loving on you, healing you. I don't know if you can see all of them. Where they at? I know I just think there's another one down here. I couldn't even see. The only one I could see is this one. They can't even find. They're trying to locate who's loving you and who's there for you in the spirit realm and stuff like that. It's another one up there. You see? There's one that's over here. See all these divine beings around you, love, pouring love and light into you. Yeah, you're very loved here. You're so loved universally that no matter what happens on this planet, you will never be in the polarity of not having love. I love that. Ooh, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse here. Okay. But they were never able to put this entity. They tried it. They tried here. They tried. You defeated it, whether you know it or not. They tried. You defeated it. The time ran out for something. And they said all or nothing and came at you 10 toes down here. And they tried the entity attachment anyway. They tried to force the handler in your life, the one who originally wanted you, the devil card, tried to force them into your life. It was like the time was running out and they just had to do all. I'm hearing, can you truly say that you love me? It's now or never, say you do. It was now or never. Some sort of time ran out for something. A divine timeline had taken its course. The wilderness season ended. They had to get something done before you emerged out of the wilderness season. Whatever they did, it was not in alignment, but there was no more time, so they had to try. That's what's coming through here. They tried to attach that thing and it got defeated here. You defeated it. You didn't allow it to take over. You didn't accept it in. You were too strong for this here. The Queen of Wands, they wanted your gifts to be used for evil here. Or for you to be used for darkness, or for you to just be a negative polarity in the world. For those of you it's not that, I'm not as severe for. Okay, now I see why they wanted me to get this deck. The Seven of Wands, it was so they could have done something to hurt you, right? And then they could have done something to keep the pain in you. Until they had time to try to figure out how to buy time, to try to figure out how to do something later. They could have hurt you and then try to keep you in a position through spell work. See, this black cat is here and these candles are here. And then this thing is angry. See it? Through spell work to keep some sort of pain. So if somebody hurt you, you felt the pain. They were doing some sort of ritual or some sort of something to keep you in a lower state because they wanted to try to keep piling something on, but you got out of it. I'm hearing you're too powerful with that Queen of Wands energy. And you're also wise. You have a lot of wisdom they couldn't account for. This party hat, they were saying you were a partier, or you were young, or you were focused on the world, or they didn't know who you were, what you were dealing with, your traits, your attributes, or what was important to you. We have the Page of Pentacles with the Two of Swords here. Something is over. There's a flower pot in the back over here. I don't know if you guys can really pick up on that, but the leaves are wilted and bent over. There's something here, but I'm not picking it up. I don't know what this is. With the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, I need a little bit more. The Sun card, stagnant. They bet everything on a trickster spirit being able to manifest what they wanted. They were even utilizing entities or passed over people, or they united. This is something crazy here. For some of you guys, it's that big. For others of you guys, this is something smaller. Somebody who could have been utilizing their Passover grandmother or something to help them keep you trapped because they didn't want to let you go. For some of you, it really is as big as like a fight between good and evil. But they didn't just use the people here. They also used the evil on the other side. Somebody was obsessive too. You see these windows in the background all busted out? I'll bust the windows out your car. They didn't want you to rise again. See this mummy here in the reverse? And then we have the Phoenix, stagnant. They didn't expect you to rise again. They wanted to hurt you so bad before the stop clock ran out that you would never be able to heal again. This was the plan here. But the attacks didn't work the way that they wanted it to, or you didn't receive these attacks into your being the way that they would have needed it to in order to keep you down here. Ooh, the time ran out and then they seen themselves. They got revealed. The lights came on. It's like a cosmic event happened where the shadows would all be illuminated for the rest of time. And if they didn't get something done by a certain time, they would all be revealed to everybody. This is what happened. The light got cut on, their mask came off, and they were revealed. So they wanted you to be so hurt that you would be lost so that they could, this failed. This failed here. It was definitely an attack on the divine energy here. It's different for every being. Oh gosh, my back. One thing about sitting on them Tempur-Pedic beds for too long, your back and your spine be like, this is for laying. This is for laying. Why are we sitting on it? You're the high priestess as well. Some of you guys are intuitive yourself. Others of you, you know how to connect to the right reader at the right time to get the right message. You were led. You're so tapped in here. And you're tapped into the point where you have access to the divine. You tapped into the world, and you also can see darkness. They messed with the wrong person. It's not even that they underestimated you. They just had no choice because the time ran out. That's why they wanted to wound you so bad that it didn't matter. You were already wounded because they know they couldn't do it again. The wilderness season ended. The season of Job ended. Time ran out to make you this dark feminine. Whether you're a male or a female, put you in dark feminine energy. It just didn't work. They wanted you to worship something that they praise. They wanted you to worship something dark. They wanted you to give your power over to this thing, the Six of Wands. They wanted you to become a part of darkness. It's dark over there. Got the light on. Look, and now there's a major tower brung in because they touched you. Because they touched you. The Seven of Cups. They're being watched they're being watched. Something far bigger than what they are. That's from, the upper echelon. Is watching. There's a little boat down there. That's them. And look at what they're being watched by now. And for some of them, this could be something they conjured. But I'm picking up on a more divine energy because if you see this thing's face, it's very gentle. Gentle giant, you see? But it doesn't mean that you should underestimate its size or think that you're going to challenge it because you feel that there's a gentle nature. And some of you guys, it's you. Some of you guys, they attacked you because only your eyes were sticking out of the water. And then when that time hit, you stood up and they were like, okay. You know what song I'm picking up on? Oh, let me see your hips swing. I don't remember what song that is. I don't know how that relates, but that's what I'm picking up on here. We have the Nine of Wands. You were also protected from going somewhere. They had some sort of plot set up somewhere. They had a plot set up somewhere, had an event, had something set up. They were trying to set you up somewhere. You were blocked from going. Maybe something worse happened. Something happened which made something, could have made you upset, could have made you annoyed. An inconvenience happened. You were blocked from going somewhere. But it was really to block you from some sort of setup here. You don't even know that this happened. This is something you were protected from that you don't know about. The Ace of Pentacles. It was all to take something from you. Or you would have lost something major if you had went. The Five of Swords. The angels stepped in to defend you, to fight on your behalf. You could have been bored. You could have wanted to go somewhere here. You see this person just sitting back? It's making me think sitting on the bed with your keys. Like, dang, I'm not going to be able to make it in time. You didn't make it somewhere. And it's like God sent that you didn't. And this made them furious. See the scar sticking out at me? Furious you didn't go. Yep, you could have stayed in the house and cleaned up. You could have stayed in the house and cleaned up instead. It's just something I don't even know if you're going to be able to put two and two together and when this was. You could have stayed in the house and cleaned. Or for some of you who didn't have anything to wear. Some of you guys could have been too late. The Four of Swords in the reverse. They wasn't able to sacrifice. Oh, I didn't even want to say sacrifice. I want to say drain you. But people weird. We got 4 more cards we're going to do here. The Queen of Swords in the reverse here. Somebody didn't tell you the truth about something. So somebody you knew could have got invited to an event or something. the Hermit, they didn't tell you something. They didn't want you not to come. Somebody was sneaky. A snake was in your grass. God stepped in. So you had the angels and God. And also, these cards are on the spread right underneath each other. The angels and God. You know how crazy it is for you to have the angels and God all step in to defend you on a specific day at a specific time? And the repercussions because they had to do all of that. Sheesh. The moon. And it was a hidden bad guy that was going to pop out. Look at the hands. Yeah, no. No. Let's just finish this. Let's just finish that side. The Four of Cups. You were bored that day too. Like, dang, I wish I would have been able to go. Or I wish I would have went. Or... Jeez Louise. Okay. Where's this guy? We have one more card in the box that never came out. What is this? What is hiding at the bottom? It's like, you know, it's something good. Something's hidden. What is this? The Strength card. Your strength was hidden. They didn't know what they were dealing with or what stood with you or behind you here. You didn't know you was alone. I feel called to pull some dice. Let's pull some dice here. I'm saying, oh shit, let me see your hips swing. Who's that, Fat Joe? Some of you guys, this happened more than once. Something happened in the earlier 2000s. Some of you guys around 2010, some of you guys around 2002. Something happened in the early, this happened more than one time. Where you were blocked from going somewhere. Something, an inconvenience happened, you didn't go because somebody had a weird plot set up for when you got somewhere. Okay. So, what sign do we have here? So, the sign we have here, the planet we have coming out here is Uranus. And Uranus is standing for... Give me one second. It says, pertaining to expansion of the known, innovative course of action, protest and reform, challenging institutions and construct. And we have Uranus being clarified by the number 6. And also, that's on the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Somebody was supposed to defend you. Remember I said originally with that Queen of Swords in reverse who was supposed to tell you about something or warn you some sort of way so you didn't come and he didn't? Something with that is here. They were supposed to stand up for you or defend you in something, and you were never going to show up that day, but that situation was to test. That situation was to test this Queen of Swords. Would they defend you? This could have been why a friendship or something ended here. Next thing we're picking up on is the Virgo symbol here. The Virgo symbol. And we have that clarified by the number 5. And with the Virgo, it says taking too much, isolation, overly rational, anxious, focusing too much on details, overly organized, and overwhelmed. With the 5, this person was so antsy. They were being very weird this day. Something was just very off with this person. Yeah, something was very off with them. When you didn't show up as well, it made them this is weird. This person was they had a lot of anxiety this day. Because it was something illegal or something wrong. Thank God you didn't come. When the plans changed, this person got anxious or they were overly kind of hyped that they didn't come. Maybe this person was going to go with you. Maybe you guys were going to ride together. Something weird like this happened. So lastly, we have the 7th house here, and it represents partnership. It represents partnership, personal or business. A new person in your life may become significant, can relate to contact, marriage, divorce, or matters of the law. And then that's being clarified by the number 2. Some of you guys, this is why a specific friendship ended and like another friend came in and you got close with them instead. this very moment that like tested this person. That's what's coming in. This is why you got close to another person out of the blue. This person was removed. And then with this 7 and this 2, that would represent the ninth house represents expeditions, going the distance, matter of the mind, expansion, philosophical mindsets, arts, media creation, sharing matters of the creative mind. And also this person was trying to get some sort of damning footage of you as well. The original person. Let's Queen of Swords in reverse. That's why you guys were separated from each other. Okay, guys, my name is Honey the Shaman here. I hope that this reading helped, and I should be back soon. Thank you so much for your support. I'm very grateful I was able to read for you. My email is honeytheshaman@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out, especially if you want to figure out how to get a reading, or click the link in my bio and book a reading with me. Figure out how to book a reading with me that way as well. And I hope to see you again soon on my next live. Okay, friend. Later.